Hey guys, it is NCS Fan 001 here for another one of those weekly trophy list updates. Today's date is Monday, April 15th, 2024. So this will have covered the week of April the 8th through the 14th of 2024. So this was not a super productive week in the world of trophies, though there was some other good stuff happening this week. Of course, we had the Fallout TV series releasing on Amazon Prime Video. And I have watched the first 3 episodes so far, and I am actually really enjoying the series. It's been a lot of fun so far. Feels good as a Fallout fan. I mean, obviously being enough of a mega fan that I am, I can nitpick at very small things about it so far, like her having basically a semi-automatic syringer at times, which I'm pretty sure that's not how they work unless there was a mod that I don't remember for that. Or the fact that in the TV series, the nuclear war starts in the afternoon in California, when it actually started in like 9:30 in the morning on the East Coast. So I can nitpick at small things, but so far I'm really enjoying it. But I have heard some rumors that people are really unhappy with some of the later episodes, that they might supposedly be retconning New Vegas and the NCR survival like out of the whole canon universe. I don't know if that's true or not. I guess I'll find out once I watch through the rest of the series. So I really hope they didn't make that kind of a mistake, because New Vegas is generally considered to be the best game of the modern Fallout era. So I really hope they didn't make that mistake, but I guess we will have to see, or see if people are just overreacting or just wrong or something. I don't know. But in terms of what I played this week, still working a little bit on Fallout 76. Still got a little bit more to do with the Atlantic City guide that I got to finish editing back, because there were new side missions with this DLC, so I still got to add in a couple of things for that. But that DLC guide will be done real soon, and then I can get back to working on the main game guide with the other guy. We're making great progress. It's a lot of stuff to add in, and a lot of like changing formatting and stuff, so it's going to take a little while to get through the rest of it. I didn't get the chance to play Battlefront Classic Collection this week. I was too busy with the Fallout series and working on a couple of other games, but of course this is all just, nothing's different here, so I don't even know why I'm scrolling through it. So in terms of actual trophy progress this week, the first game I worked on was The Walking Dead, the Telltale Definitive Series. It was on sale for like $15 to $20 on the PlayStation Store, so I figured why not go ahead and give it a play. So they've been really weird with the Walking Dead games by Telltale, like the way they do versions of them, because the first season has 4 different versions. It has a PS3, PS4, and PS Vita version. I'm shocked they never made a PS5 version, honestly, at this point. And it also has a Japanese PS3 version that doesn't have the 400 Days DLC. Then Season 2 didn't have a Platinum Trophy. The first episode was the original trophy list, and then they added in each subsequent episode as a DLC, which was really weird. And then Season 3 was just 1 version, and Season 2, I think, was 3 versions. I think it had a Vita, PS4, and PS3 version, but I could be wrong on that. Then there was Michonne, which either had 1 or 2 versions. I think it had 2 versions, but I could be wrong on that, so don't quote me on that one. And then the final season had 4 versions for some reason: North American and European disc, as well as North American and European digital, which makes absolutely no sense whatsoever, but it's a thing they did, so whatever. It's Telltale, who knows? I mean, that was technically half Telltale, half Skybound, but whatever. And then they released another Telltale Walking Dead collection that might only have 1 version, or it might have 2 versions. But it's weird because it's only like the first 3 games in Michonne, and like Season 2 and Season 3 and Michonne are literally just like complete the episodes or whatever, but the 400 Days DLC has the miscellaneous trophies in it. But this version of the Definitive Series, there are 2 different versions of it, a North American and a European. They're PS4 only. And this version is actually extremely easy. Every single trophy is simply earned by completing an episode of each game. So you have to complete all 4 episodes of the final season. You have to complete all 3 episodes of Michonne, all 5 episodes of Seasons 2 and 3, and all 5 episodes plus the 400 Days DLC from Season 1. So, of course, that's a very time-consuming process, because Season 1 with the DLC takes 10 to 12 hours from what I remember, because it's the longest season by a good bit. Seasons 2 and 4 are each like 8 hours. Season 3 is like 6 hours, and then Michonne's like 4 hours or something. So a good 35 to 40 hours to get the Platinum Trophy, but thankfully every single trophy is unmissable and story-related. So, that encouraged me to play through the game in a very different way. Basically, I'm playing through all of the games, but the only options I'm allowed to do are to hit the circle button, or if it's a look left versus look right or look up type of option, so just look in a direction to do something, I'm only allowed to look to the right because the circle button is on the right side of the controller. Well, the rightmost part of the controller. I mean, technically the square button's also on the right side of the controller, but it's to the left of the circle button. I don't know what I'm using to justify it. I just wanted to play through the game in a very different way, and it has been very interesting so far. For example, Episode 1, you're all buddy-buddy with Kenny and helping him out the whole way through. And then, with Episode 2, Kenny immediately turns on you the second that you have to side with Lily by hitting the circle button or looking to the right. And then Episode 3, you're just continuing to side with Lily for a while, but then you start trying to rebuild your relationship with Kenny later on. And it's just been weird so far and really, really entertaining. Now, you can't beat the game only hitting the circle button. There's obviously quick time events that you have to do that require other buttons. Sometimes the circle button will actually get you killed, like when you're in the very last part of Episode 2, when you're inside of the house and someone's being held hostage. I'm not going to spoil anything about that. So what I'm probably going to do is, this coming week, I want to go ahead and stream the rest of Season 1, because Episode 4 is definitely shorter than Episode 3, and Episode 5 is actually really short. It's only like an hour long. And then Episode 6, I think, is like an hour to an hour and a half. It's fairly short. So I wouldn't mind just going ahead and streaming through the rest of Season 1, because the first stream I did of this only pressing circle thing actually did reasonably well. So I figure I might as well do it again and just see what happens. If it continues to do well, then I will stream the entire rest of the series of just hitting the circle button. This will not get turned into a video, though. I'm not going to do that because there's literally no point. Every single trophy is story-related. That would be a pointless waste of time. It wouldn't be entertaining enough. But, I mean, I will be very curious to see how these games come out if I can only press the circle button or only look to the right, because it's been very strange so far. So yeah, as long as it continues to do well, then I will continue to stream that at least for a couple of weeks until something big comes out later on in April, which of course we'll talk about in a second. But yeah, I mean, it's been an entertaining way to play through the game, a very different way to play through the game, so it hasn't been bad. The other game I worked on this past week was Resistance Retribution for the PS4, because it turns out my intuition was correct, and they actually became the first PlayStation Classics game to add in a DLC, which again is very surprising to me, given that Killzone Liberation had Chapter 5 in the game, but it didn't get added. It didn't get DLC trophies for some reason. I mean, or even trophies in general for Chapter 5, which makes like no sense to me, but you know, it is what it is. I don't know. I'm not in charge of that. But they added in the Infected mode. Now, initially I was quite worried about this. I assumed it was going to be like a super hard mode or something. But it's actually basically a really easy baby mode, because in Infected mode, your health actually regenerates instead of having to pick up health kits. There are no more health kits, but your health regenerates, which is wonderful. It makes the game so much easier. Not to mention, both with Infected mode and with the base game, you can play on the easiest difficulty, which I should have done. I played through on normal on this version, which was a big mistake. Should have played through on easy. Normal was quite annoying at times. And then, along with that, you also have the ability to breathe underwater, so you won't drown, which makes the swimming sections better. And you're even given a really, really overpowered HE-44 Magnum in this mode. It's exclusive to this mode. You might also get it if you did every single intel and every single skill point in the game. You might also be able to unlock it that way. But in Infected mode, you get it default right off the bat, and it's extremely overpowered because it launches basically an explosive projectile that sticks to the target, and then you detonate it with the other button, and it can kill stuff really, really quickly. So basically, Infected mode is just super easy mode. And also, this patch actually fixed the trophy in the base game, the final story trophy that wasn't unlocking for people. It actually fixed that now, so thankfully this trophy can now be unlocked. So if you couldn't get it previously, try going back to it once you update the game, you should be good. So another good thing with the infected mode is that technically you can earn all 3 of these trophies in your first playthrough of the game, which is what I can do on the PS5 version of the game, because you can set it to infected mode from the starting menu or the pause menu technically. It's actually no, it's the rewind menu that you set it to, which is really, really weird. So all you have to do basically is turn on infected mode, then play through the game on the easiest difficulty. Make sure you get 25 kills with the Magnum. The ammo becomes a little bit harder to find later on in the game. And then finding all the intel, this one is a little bit trickier just because there aren't a lot of guides out there for the intel. This is an old PSP game, by the way. But there is a good video guide that I've been following that was in the PSN Profiles forums, and so far it hasn't failed me. And as far as I know, you only have to find the, 20 pieces of intel that are only exclusive to infected mode. As far as I know, you don't have to find all the random other intel throughout the game, and I really hope not, because I really don't want to have to play through this game a third time on here, especially because I still have to play through it on PS5. But yeah, as long as you play through the game with infected mode active and find all the intel and get your 25 kills with the Magnum, you can unlock all the trophies in a single playthrough, because remember, there's only a handful of miscellaneous trophies. The 50 kills is unmissable, no problems there. The Auger is super easy, just fire it 100 total times. If you don't get this one naturally, that would be quite surprising. And then just die once. I mean, it's actually kind of hard to die if you're playing on easy infected mode, but it can happen, especially if you, blow yourself up or stand in lava or something, because that can happen and that can get you killed. So if you somehow don't have this trophy by the time you finish everything else, just load up any level with infected mode turned off and you're good to go. And then use 10 different weapons. Again, there are 12 total weapons now. There are the regular and upgraded submachine gun, the regular and upgraded auger, the assault rifle, the shotgun, the sniper rifle, the rocket launcher, the chain gun, the frag grenade, the new Magnum from the DLC, and the knife that you use in a couple of cutscenes. So yeah, it makes the Platinum Trophy quite a bit easier. I do kind of want to hold off on the PS5 version though, because for all I know, they're eventually going to add in a beat the game on hard mode, and a collect all intel in the base game, and a something along the lines of get all the skill points in the game, which would all really, really suck, because it would require me to play through the game yet again. And I really don't want to do that, but the infected mode makes it much more tolerable and much more fun. So if you haven't given this game a chance yet, now would probably be the time to do so, because again, infected mode makes it a lot more enjoyable. So that is actually it for trophy progress this week, so let's go ahead and sync up. So, level 862, 98%, 28,004 total trophies, 800 platinums, 5,304 golds, 7,498 silvers, 14,402 bronzes. So, plans for the upcoming week. Well, in terms of trophy progress, I will easily have Resistance done this week unless something bugs out. That shouldn't be a problem. The rest of Season 1 of Walking Dead should also be done, and hopefully I'll have time to start working on Battlefront Classic Collection again as well. So those are the games that I expect to make trophy progress on this week. I also need to try to go ahead and watch through the rest of the Fallout TV series, or as much of it as I can this week, because I am going to be very busy with something else this week that I'll get to in just a moment. But along with all of that, there is a bit more Fallout news, which is quite exciting. Fallout 4 is finally getting its PS5 version at the end of April. I want to say on either April 25th or 28th or something. And I cannot wait for that. That is going to be a day one pickup for me. And it's probably going to be the next big YouTube streaming series where I stream through the entirety of obtaining the Platinum Trophy in the 100%. Now, I know that Fallout content doesn't always do well, but right now with the whole influx of real Fallout content with the TV series and the re-release of this game on PS5, I think it's probably a good time to do that, or it's going to be sort of a now or never type of thing. And I can put a little spin on it along the lines of, can I platinum this game using all my own guides? Because, for those who don't know, with Fallout 4, I actually wrote all 6 DLC guides and co-wrote the base game Platinum Guide. Now, I'm definitely not looking forward to doing Benevolent Leader or some of the Nuka World stuff again. But hey, it's going to be a lot of fun. I do like Fallout 4 a lot, and I'm actually really excited to play through an upgraded version of it and get that Platinum Trophy again. Any Fallout Platinum is going to be a good Platinum to me. For the most part. I mean, Fallout Shelter wasn't the best game, and 76 wasn't the best game when it released, but it's actually really good now. But alongside all of that, the next big trophy video that I got to work on is Bugsnax, so hopefully I can get started working on that real soon. That one should at least shouldn't take quite as long to edit through, because there were only 3 streams, though they were kind of long streams. But this coming week, I do have another big plan. I have a wedding that I'm going to as a groomsman for. It's actually the guy that we went to Vegas with and did the bachelor party with. This wedding is going to be a lot of fun. It's actually on 4/20, because of course it is, which is also ironically the same day as my high school 10-year reunion, which no way in hell I was going to that one. But yeah, I'm actually really, really excited for the wedding. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's back in North Carolina. I'm leaving on Thursday after work, and then I'm going to be at the wedding and all the festivities for it on starting Friday morning all the way through Sunday morning. So it is going to be a very fun, exciting time. I'm very happy for the groom. And yeah, it's gonna be a good time. I can't wait. So obviously with that, it means that I won't be really playing too much in terms of games or streaming or working on too many videos this week. I mean, I'll work on what I can Monday through Wednesday, but otherwise there won't be a whole lot of progress made. But that is okay, because after this wedding, there shouldn't be a lot of changes to the schedule in weeks after that. There's no like big things upcoming right now, so should be pretty much good to go on all of that. So thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like, subscribe, ring the bell if you haven't done so already. Let me know down in the comments what kind of progress you made this past week. And that's pretty much it. So yeah, I'll see you guys later this week there will be a couple of videos that go up while I am gone, a couple of trophy videos. And yeah, I'll see you guys for that and for hopefully at least one stream this week. So see you guys then.